have what would be called typically a session 0 today. Session 0, who wants to describe what session 0 means to them? Jason?
I can describe that here. So session zero is something that you absolutely should do for any type of D&D gaming group, especially if you are like some of us who've never played together before. It establishes characters. It allows you to learn a little bit about the world, and again, do some collaborative world building as well. Because it's tough sometimes when you're the DM and you're always trying to put things together here. It's great to get the tie-in from the characters, the player characters themselves, and have them actually be a part of creating this world together here. So session zero, we go over what characters are playing. We try to help flesh out backstories and generally set the tone for the first game. We also, the DM sets expectations. So what kind of game it's going to be, what rules are tolerated. Is this going to be, high end, fantasy game, or is it going to be, all role play, no combat? This way we have the right expectations going in. It's very important. And, it's honestly quite a lot of fun too, because you get a chance to brainstorm with your fellow players and build the world together.
Great. And to that point, to what Jason said now earlier, when I first introduced the podcast, I mentioned we'll be playing Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. In a more micro description, where we will be using only resources from the player's handbook. That lets us start on a kind of a narrow path, and we can expand as needed, but it also helps to make sure that everybody's familiar with the basic stuff that we're using. Plus, I will say, in my opinion, the player's handbook provides so many paths and different types of things you can do that it can be an overload if you're new to the system or new to gaming to start incorporating all of the add-ons. So we'll be at the player handbook only content, and that's what we'll be using. That's again both through the D&D Beyond and the way that our players have built their characters. They've used the D&D Beyond limiting to the player's handbook. Also, another couple things about the system. We use standard array when we build our characters. I like to make sure we have resilient characters, so all of them will have maximum hit points at each level. We are going to be starting at level 4. It was a choice we made, mainly because level 3 gives you that first divergence where you can start to define who your character is, and then level 4 gives you another bump, whether it be a feat or a point or whatever it is that happens at 4. So we made sure we have established characters rather than that level 1 still trying to figure out who they are and where they might go type of character. And with that in mind, I'd like to go to Chris first. Chris?